Hello and welcome to another episode of Top Deck, the series where we take a look at some of the leading TCG deck lists. And as I was at the Portsmouth Regional over the weekend, I was able to get in touch with some people there and bring on their deck profiles for you guys. So this is Henry's top 8 Infernoid list, and I gotta say, I really like the look and feel of this one. So as per usual, we'll run through the list. We'll get information on the rounds that he played, the siding strategy that he employs with this deck, and some extra information on how the deck actually operates and how it's built. So, with that said, let's get into this triple Decatron here. 1 Permeus, 1 Antra, 1 Petrulio. Normally I see this at 2, so just a bit confused. It looks very similar to the 1 Asciete, 1 Siximus, 1 Atondel, 2 Deviati, and 2 Anunku. Now, I think one important thing to note is we do see a lot of Inferno lists come in with far fewer monsters than we previously saw. This is because, firstly, there are quite a lot of spells that are actually viable within this deck, but secondly, there's a great opportunity to stick on a Lair of Darkness and no longer be tributing your own monsters for their effects, and just be tributing your opponent's monsters, which really enables you to maintain a board presence which previously this deck just could not do. For the spell lineup, 1 Terraforming, 1 Reasoning, 2 Mind Control, 2 Lightning Storm, 3 Monster Gate, 3 Pot of Extravagance, 3 Super Poly, 3 Void Vanishment, 3 Void Imagination, 1 Mystic Mine, 3 Lair of Darkness, 1 Void Feast, and 1 Red Reboot. In case you hadn't already guessed, this is of course a going second list. For the extra deck, triple Tierra, triple Untis, 1 Almaduke for the spiral boards, which you can just break with 1 Super Poly, or almost, because it leaves a sleeper of course, but I mean this is pretty strong on its own. The Venom Fusion, the Mud Dragon, 2 Equimax for the OTK combos, Heated because all of your guys are fire anyway, Wee Witch, Phoenix, and Gravity Controller. For the side deck, 2 Call by the Grave, 2 more Mystic Mines so that you can actually play the full playset, 2 more Void Feast when you go first, triple Lava Golem, triple Cosmic Cyclone, and triple Evenly Matched. So plenty of back row removal with the 6 and the Red Reboot in the main already, and then just some options to help you deal with the other combo decks that do exist out there. So that is it for the list itself. Let's go on to the rounds that he played first. So 7-round event. The only loss came in the first round against Pendulum Endymion, and his comment here was that because it's the first round, he just sort of lost against this because he's a bit of a slow starter, and he just kind of derped throughout this. Like, he just wasn't really thinking straight and was struggling a bit with this one, so hence the 0-2 loss here. But then subsequently followed by 7 rounds of victories, and including the 1 draw, I guess, if you want to talk about it that way. So round 2 Lunalight, a 2-1, round 3 Crusader Guard Dragon, a 2-1, round 4 a Spiral Draw, which he says the tie was due to time in the round procedures. If he'd had more time, he's sure he would have been able to have gone to the 3rd round and won that one. Round 5 against Salamangrate, it's just a free win essentially, so 2-0 here. Round 6 against Heroes, a 2-0. He said this game annoyed him a little bit because the opponent didn't really understand how the interaction works between the Infernoids and Lair of Darkness, allowing you to tribute your opponent's monsters as cost for the effect there. And then round 7 against Altergeist, a 2-1. So the siding strategy is just sort of based on general thoughts. So going first in general, you put in Call by the Grave, or just whichever card seems to be the most effective against the current matchup. But generally, the Call by the Grave does go into this because you need to be able to play through some hand traps to set up something. Plus, it's one of the only disrupts that you can put into the deck, as well as the 2 Void Feast there as well. For going second against the back row decks, you have triple Cosmic Cyclone and triple Evenly Matched. Against the combo decks, if they don't care about Super Poly, then you can put in your Lava Golems. And if you're going up against a deck that really makes a proper Unbreakable board, then you just sort of slam down the Mystic Mines, so those go in, and then the Lava Golems as well. And things that come out are just basically whatever's ineffective against the current matchup, to be honest. He said that the side decking was sort of more along the lines of if he could find a weakness or something he could exploit in the first game, or just from an understanding of the deck, then he'll just sort of exploit it by putting in those cards. So as said, this is of course a going second list, But when you do go first, the ideal end board is sort of like Void Feast into the double Decatron and Shete with the Lair of Darkness on board, because that board is just super strong. The deck's win con is basically break the opponent's board, and then either control any form of recovery with the Lair of Darkness and a big Noid, or just to OTK them with the Crusadia Equimax and 2 big Noid monsters. The hardest matchup is probably Guru Control, because they don't commonly use the extra deck, so it's very hard to resolve some of your most powerful effects against them, but luckily for him, he didn't go up against any on the day. The free matchup is, of course, Salamangreat. At the moment, there's not really anything else that sort of fits into this category. And then as far as changes, he says he wouldn't really make any changes. The only card that he found useless on the day was actually Lightning Storm, because it only came up once, and that was just in order to bait Gamma on the gate. Otherwise, he probably felt that the Lightning Storms didn't get the most utility because he didn't actually go up against Guru, otherwise they would have been much more impactful. I asked him if he would play the deck again in the future. He said yeah, Infernoid are a type of deck that is future-proof. Even if the Infernoids actually reach the point where they seem lackluster, it will only take one good mill card being printed to actually make them relevant again. And then shoutouts go to the Wob Squad. So thanks very much, Henry, for coming on and for sharing your list. Congratulations on the top. What do you guys think about this Infernoid list? Would you make any changes? And how do you feel about the inclusion of Extravagance, a recent change to a lot of the monster-based strategies such as Dinosaurs and Infernoid, and potentially very, very impactful in the upcoming meta? Thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.